So you guys, I'll go ahead. I want you all to feel it. Feel it again. Just kind of right where you are. Go ahead, get in that launch position. Turn the shoulder just a little bit. Look at the shirt right here. Yes, sir. See that? You know what's underneath that? His oblique. You can see the wrinkles in his shirt.
What did you say, fat?
He has stretched that oblique just by turning the shoulder in but leaving the hip there. All right? So you want to stretch it, now release it. So let's do some turning just right here. Ready? Stretch it, release it. Stretch it, release it. Stretch the oblique, release the oblique. Keeping your feet on the ground because that helps create more torque. All right? So it's as easy as that. If we want to hit the ball farther, we want to use that. We want to put that muscle on stretch first. So watch this. And it's an explosion. It happens quick. All right, so I'm going to go right here. This is the most important position. This is the launch position. My feet, shoulders width apart. You'll notice, you just asked, this foot it's not totally closed. It's open a little bit, all right? Because I need that resistance. So it needs to stay closed. So when we step, we do actually step closed. But it's gonna
open with the torque.
It's
Notice
gonna
where
open.
Bob's front foot is right now. Remember how he said the line, draw your line. Bob, get to launch position, draw your line. I used to always say step to the pitcher, but really, if you really want to be technical about it, the pitcher's here. If you're stepping to the pitcher, you're kind of stepping in. We really don't want that. We want it straight ahead, just like Bob has. Every time you stride, your foot should land almost in the same place right there. There's a couple of little changes which we'll get to later, but that's perfect launch position.
I'm going to talk about the stride in just a second and how it gets you away from this position. Now look, this is ideal. Major League Baseball players don't have as much time as us. They have got to be in this position. And when you see the picture, you'll see that. All right, so watch. I'm just going to hit this one right from my launch position. Ready? So I've stretched the oblique a little bit. I've got my hands up, my knuckles in a straight line, my foot's down. When I say go, it's launch time. I'm going to go from here to there. All right? Ball's not moving. I didn't step. All right, I'm in my launch position. Here it comes. When it's time to go, I go.
Were those good hard line drives? You notice he did that standing still from launch position.
Got it?
That's where you can see when you have perfect technique, you hit balls harder and farther than you ever will just with the technical things like Bob's demonstrating right there. Those are two perfect swings.
I'm going to ask all of you to find that launch position and just start from there. Now here's where we get in trouble. You guys ready? How many guys in my group did I say we have stride issues? Raise your hand. The stride is overrated. I'm going to take some swings tomorrow without stepping. I'm going to get in my launch position. All right. When the pitch comes, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to pick my heel up and put it down. So I'm going to hit this one with no big stride. Pick it up and put it down. Oh no. It was the wind. Yeah. Wind blow.
That is hot.
Right? You understand that? But here's what you guys want to do. The stride is overrated. It actually gets us in trouble. Watch this. Ready? I'm looking good in my stance. Here comes the pitch. I just stepped out. Look at my hips. What just happened to my hips? They opened up early. My hands haven't done anything. My hips opened up early. I also changed my swing plane now. I'm only going to be able to hit an inside pitch. But sometimes we see a pitch coming inside and we think we have to, it's called an overreaction. Don't overreact to the inside pitch. Here's what I'm going to give you. I'm not telling you that I step in the same spot every time. I'm going to give you a half a shoe. Everybody say half a shoe. I'm going to give you a half a shoe. You're allowed. So if that pitch is inside, I'm in my stance, no matter how I'm standing, I'm in my stance. I see inside pitch, I'll give you half a shoe. Why only half a shoe? My hips can still be closed with half a shoe.
Does everybody understand what he's talking about?
This is a half a shoe. This is a full shoe.
Moving your foot in or out by half a shoe?
Correct.
Keeps your hips in line, ready, in launch position. Same thing with an outside pitch. Same thing with an outside pitch. Say I see a pitch coming outside, I'm okay to do that. That's half a shoe. What happens if I go here?
Close your hips.
I just locked my hips. Now watch. When I try to turn now, I'm not going to be able to get my hips all the way through. That's it. I can only get to here. I need my hips to get all the way through. I need you to be able to take a picture of the pitcher with your belly button when you're done. All right? So if we overreact with a step here, that locks the hips. If we go here, we've opened the hips too early. And here's what a bunch of you were doing. Okay? I'm way past
all the way out like that.
I'm way past my launch angle where I just hit a ball out of the park off of the tee. All right? From my launch, I just went way past that. Now watch this. It is hard to spin from the split position. All right? If you watch the ice skaters or the divers, when they go into a spin, what do? Their feet come together, their arms come together. When they want to stop spinning, what do? Okay, they separate. Same thing with the divers when they're doing the 3 1/2, 3 1/4, blah, blah, blah. We can spin faster with our feet closer together. If we get too far apart, you can't spin. You can try it right now if you want. All right? So we don't want to overstride. We don't want to step out. We don't want to step in. So what I may do to some of you guys is keep it simple, stupid, right? Here's the KISS method for hitting. Ready? I'm in my stance, I'm comfortable. Here comes the pitch. Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down. You don't need a whole lot. Pick it up, put it down, and then hit the softball. All right? You don't need a huge stride. The stride gets us in trouble more than anything else. Everybody understand that? You with me? Okay, thank you. So watch this. We're going to practice this. Ready? I am going to step, and here's the other problem is, some of us will start at 50% and how many lungers do we have? Yeah. If you're lunging at the ball, it's because you're not getting your weight back. You're starting neutral, and when you step, you're actually sending your weight forward. We don't want to do that. Watch this. How do we fix that? Ready? I am going to step away from my hands. Watch this simple action. Pay attention. Ready? See that? My foot went forward. My hands went back. That stopped me from moving forward. Do it to the camera. Many of us slide forward with our step. How do we counter that? Watch this. I was able to get my foot down without moving my weight forward. Step away from the hands. Step away from the hands. You may need to over-exaggerate it right now. All right? But that's going to keep my weight back. All right? So
When you're in the batter's box and at launch angle, your weight should primarily be 90-95% on this back foot, on this back leg. This front leg is just balance, basically. You've got to have that back there because it's basically like cocking the trigger, then that's when the hip's going to fire.
all right, everybody do it. Let's go. Get in a stance.
Launch angle.